And we're having a good time today, and it's packed in here. We've met some good listeners already up here today. Derek, thanks for dropping by and saying hi. And we've had it's fun, man. This city has absolutely just got on fire. It's so, I don't know, it's so big and building and vibrant and going. And we see it when we call the Cats games. And so it's good to be up here today. We're right on the Cumberland River. And if you're hot,
on the banks of the Cumberland River,
you could take a little Chase. I'll pay you $100 if you could swim from here to the other side of the river over there.
Well, you'd be calling my mom and girlfriend to let them know I'm floating downstream somewhere.
Well, I pick you up in West Nashville about 4 this afternoon to do that. But we got football to talk about. We got tangible football from the Titans last night to talk about. So this will be fun today. I cannot wait to talk to our good friend Chris Sanders at 1 o'clock today.
I know.
About what we saw last night, because I'm excited, but I'm also very concerned, and I know it's only one preseason game, so don't come at me, but I got some concerns.
Well, look, and let's just get right into it. Chase McKay, Big Joe Dubin, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier, back at the studios. Nick, how are you?
I'm well. How are you guys? It's a fun Friday.
It is a fun Friday. I know you were down at Bridgestone Arena earlier with the PBR. Is they're ready to go tonight? Did you jump on a bull?
No, but I was within hand's reach of a bull, and let's just say he was probably nervous getting out of the trailer because there was some fecal matter dropped.
Okay.
What does that mean?
They get nervous before they have to perform.
Yeah, I mean, you say the same thing about Joe.
Right? Performance anxiety. I understand it. Right? We've all been there once or twice in our life.
There's probably one or two players yesterday that had a little performance anxiety as well.
It's a good way to lead into it. So the Titans – And let me preface this by saying I don't care about the final score of a preseason game. They won 19-13, great. It's about the performances of the players, and that's ultimately going to make it the 53 that I care about. Am I ready to say red alert? No. Am I concerned about some things? Yes. And that is our question of the day in relation to the Titans is what?
Are you a little concerned with what you saw from Cam Ward last night? And here's my concern. He can't hit an out route. And that just bugs me. I mean, every quarterback, and look, and they're like, well, Cardinal Tate didn't run the route. No. It's an out route. 2-step drop, boom, you throw to the out route. Boom, you couldn't do it. The quick hit across the middle, Cam, you don't have to be Roger Clemens. You don't have to fire that thing 1,000 miles an hour. Couldn't hit those. And it just seems, and there's a comment on the text line, he's like, it seems he's just a tad bit hard-headed when it comes to coaching, right? And I know it's one preseason game, and they're like, well, and here's what somebody commented last night. Well, it wasn't against the starters. That concerns me.
That should be a major concern to
a little bit more, right? So he's not hitting the quick hit. He's not hitting the out route. And what's the one to Wan'Dale Robinson?
That was the one where I went, oh, boy. Like, it was a screen. It was a wide receiver screen over to his left to Wan'Dale Robinson, and he threw it probably an extra Wan'Dale Robinson over his head. I get Wan'Dale's like 5'2", but like you got to make that. That's essentially a handoff.
Yeah, basically
you gotta make that.
So I'm a tad bit concerned, man.
And what was interesting is the next drive they ran the same play and he hit it, but even that was a little high.
Yeah. And I look, what Fred Warner was talking this week about Cam running his mouth. He's like, you need to do something before you run your mouth like that. And I know it's preseason. We'll see him this week against the Seahawks, and then we'll see him against the Bears in the first game versus the Jets. But those are some simple things that he was missing on last night. Look, if that's all I got concerned about for the game last night, it's a great thing. I like the push from every first, second, third string of that defensive line. I love the push last night. The offensive line on the drive opened up holes. Spear, everybody's banged on Spears for the last couple of years. Look, if that dude gets going, it's tough to bring him down. He's not a between the tackles running back. Get him outside and watch him move, and that was a great move last night that he had. Pollard is solid. I thought the O-line looked pretty good, but Cam and those quick hits, man, it's a concern. And I talked to a few other coaches last night on messaging, same thing. They're around it every day. It's like, man, you got to hit those. Cam do it. So that's our question. Are you just a tad bit concerned about Cam Ward? And I love the one tweet I got. Why don't you go do it? Yeah, I love that. Borgonzi says, do we have a 57-year-old out-of-shape fat guy from Donaldson that can come out here and do this? I was like, yeah, right? Why don't you do it? Look, it's not a criticism of him. I just want to be able to make sure he can do this. I think he's a fantastic quarterback, but you got to do the little things like that and move forward. And last night, I didn't see that.
Look, that is what we're supposed to do.
Right?
I mean, this is our job. We sit there and we do criticize. And granted, it's one preseason game. They played longer. The starter, like Cam and the starters, played longer than I thought they would. They went basically into the second quarter. But I was okay with it because Robert Saleh clearly didn't, even though they scored on their first offensive drive.
Right.
My takeaway from that is I would assume they had a script and they ran the script. And that worked. And obviously Tony Pollard was a big part of that. When he watched two drive, the second drive was a dud.
Yeah.
He's like, they need another one. I want to send them back out. And so I had no issue with that whatsoever, that they went ahead and did that. So there's a lot to work on. We'll get into the defense in the secondary as well, because that was another area of concern. But look, there were some, in my opinion, easy throws against backups that Cam just simply couldn't make.
He did. And, and he was 5 of 12 against backups. I think about 5 of those were his fault, the incompletions. But then, I felt bad for Will Levis last night. I really did, because I think I don't want to say it's not over. It's over here, right? And then he couldn't get time to throw. And there's one play where the defensive end came off the side, knocked the running back into Will Levis, and then sacked Will Levis. I was like, I would cut that running back last night. If you can't block and pick up pressure on the outside from what would be like a second or third team guy, get out. We don't need you here. But, and then Will Levis throws. He shows he can throw the ball, but he had no time to do anything last night. Sacked 3 times for 27 yards. And I know it was the second team. I get that. But you're also against the second, third team of the Niners. But, look, you won the game. That's the ultimate goal, is winning the game. You won 19-13. There's a lot of things Robert Saleh in the game can look after and move on. And I still think this football team has a fight in them, defensive-wise, because those guys look good. There's a lot of positives last night. But as we know, the engine for an NFL team is the quarterback. And I think last night Cam was below average.
Below average is probably the big way to put it.
And Cam, if you're listening, feel free to call in. We'd love to talk to you.
Absolutely.
We love you, man. We love you. We're 100% behind you the entire time.
615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. This is we're going to set the tone here in the preseason. What usually would be a Monday after a Titans game is for you all. We want to hear from you. We want you to call. We want you to vent. We want you to celebrate. We want you to, tell us how you feel. You can text as well. But this show, we're the people show, and we want to do just that live at Cheba Hut today in Clarksville.
And we also might be the chicken tender show.
We might be the chicken tender show. You never know.
I love chicken tenders.
But look, I think that if we're giving grades, probably a C-, C, somewhere in there.
Yeah, he didn't throw.
I would say
no interceptions.
If this let me word it like this: if this were a regular season game, they won, we'd give it a passing grade because you won the game.
Right.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. So C's passing. C- is passing.
Got plenty of those.
Yeah, right. We know.
Right.
We know probably better than anybody. C's get degrees.
That's right.
But obviously you want to be saying that it's an A, and they're not there yet. Now, I don't know how much – and look, I watched some of Saleh after the game. I love that dude's honesty.
Oh, yeah.
He's basically like, we're not there yet. We're not good enough.
And all the guys from the Niners coming up and hugging him. I mean, that dude's well loved. But Cam? I thought he got sacked, but I guess he didn't last night. They took it away. He's got to get rid of the ball. And look, quarterback, when you start drifting back in the huddle, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know who never drifted back in the huddle? Brady. Just throw Peyton Manning. Never drifted. Just throw the ball out. Let it bounce 10 yards out there somewhere. And say, hey, there's a receiver in the area. You're not going to get a grounding call like that. learn to get rid of the football. But I think it's because Cam went to Washington State for 2 years. It's like, all right, do what you need to do. Go to Miami, be a little maverick for you. And then last year, during the stretch, he became he went rogue a little bit, which is fine because the team was terrible. He's trying to win games. I have no problem with that dude's passion. I got no problem with that dude's intelligence. I think he's smart and talented, all that. I got to see a little bit more from him to really all right, that's the guy.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm 100%
You are with me. Cheba Hut.
At Cheba Hut. 615-737-1025. We will get to we got a lot on the text line. We'll get to your thoughts on the Titans. Chris Sanders is going to join us at 1 o'clock today. We're here in Montgomery County. Montgomery County Mayor Wes Golden going to stop by at 1:30. We'll obviously break down what the Cats have meant and much more. We'll talk some fishing at 2 o'clock as well. But a lot of Titans today here on the Chase and Big Joe Show. We're live at Cheba Hut in Clarksville. Come by and see us, 419 North Riverside Drive. Come by and say hello and get some food. We're coming back here on Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
beating a dead horse here, but on the Cam Ward front, I know you guys had talked about him kind of hitting the layups as a way of increasing completion percentage and moving the chains, like he did on the first drive with the completions to Ridley and Helm. But why did it feel like things slipped away and then he missed some of those, quote unquote layup throws in the next couple drives?
The good thing, I'm encouraged, and you guys have asked me before, like, what's success for Cam? And the reality is Cam still made great decisions. I think the one decision he missed on was trying to throw to Carnell in the end zone when it was a handoff read. Otherwise, when it came to his drop back pass game and all the other RPOs or quick game, he was making the right decisions. And he was throwing the ball where it needed to be thrown. But again, it comes back to time on task, trust in yourself, trust in your teammates, play within the rhythm of the play, and get your feet in the ground and then throw it in accurate football. It's that simple, and it sounds simple, but at the same time, we've got to be able to go do it and take it from practice to the game.
That was Robert Saleh earlier today after the Titans win in their preseason debut, 19-13. Welcome back in. Chasing Big Joe here on 102.5 The Game, live from Cheba Hut in Clarksville at 419 North Riverside Drive here in Clarksville, Tennessee. We're right across from the river as it is the grand opening of Cheba Hut. So come by and see us. I get what the head coach is doing. You can't get up there and basically say what we're saying. But to say the decisions were great, I don't know if I can buy into that.
Okay, that's fine. I made a decision not to run that red light that's about a half mile down from Cheba Hut. I made a decision not to run it. I didn't do it, right? In football, Cam Ward made a decision, right? But you got to carry out that decision, right? We make decisions all the time. So the out route, the pass to Carnell Tate. I mean, I forgot about the one in the end zone. It's a handoff read. Robert Saleh, I think, is a brilliant coach. Recognizing that's a handoff read for your quarterback. And then Cam missing the other easy passes going on. That's fine. The decision's there. I need the execution. I need to see the pass made, the execution, the leader. I don't need you trying to be cool and throwing a fastball to try to take off Wan'Dale Robinson's head. I just need the pass complete. I thought the first play of the game to Calvin Ridley was great. Ridley spun around and took off down the field. I need to see that from Calvin Ridley every single game. You give me a three-headed monster of Tate, Wan'Dale Robinson, Calvin Ridley, and mix it up with Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears, and then have Gunnar Helm sneaking out down the field. That's a potent offense. But we need the captain has got to deliver the ball to them. And in some plays last night, great. He's making great decisions. He's the second year in the league. He's been playing quarterback for a long time. Just see a little bit more from that. And hopefully we'll see that next week versus the Seahawks.
Let's go to the phones. Neil wants to weigh in on Cam Ward last night. Neil, what you got?
Hey, guys. How are y'all?
Good, man.
All right. I'm really hearing Saleh say that. I want whatever he's smoking. But, I mean, he is the head coach. Cam Ward's not good. I keep hearing about ability and elite traits. Now you got Joe. Now, I want to back something. I'm going to pass something off to you, all right?
Okay.
Does Cam Ward have elite footwork?
Does Cam Ward have elite footwork?
I don't know. I never played court. I just know if the passes are complete or not.
Right. Does he have elite accuracy?
No, not right now.
Does he have elite speed? He got ran down by a backup linebacker.
Yeah, you're right.
Does he make elite decisions? Where is he elite at? He's bad. Mike Marcontzi was really stupid for not taking that trade from this guy, and it's going to cost him his job. Because this guy can't play quarterback. He's not good. He'll make a throw now, and then you'll be like, oh, yeah, it looks okay. And then he can't even get a 2-yard outfield. He looks like Mariota in 2019, and that's not a good thing, trust me.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all I got to say. Congratulations, poor Gandhi. You just lost your job because you drafted a bullet. Bye.
Thank you, Neil.
All right, thanks,
all good
Neil.
points. Yeah, good point. I mean, the footwork, I don't know. I mean, I just know the passes last night were not delivered. And look, and these are passes they do every day in practice. They do it against the other team. They do it against their own team. And I just didn't see it last night. Great. Coach says he makes good decisions. I love that. That's a nice building block. Now I got to see the execution.
I mean, the decisions have to be better. And, I think it's as simple as be simple. Like I feel like he's struggling on the simple things.
Yeah,
and that's what he's got to get better at. Like, again, I keep harping on this. A screen pass to Wan'Dale Robinson, you got to hit that. He was wide open. I don't know how far Robinson's going to go on that, but you got to hit. You got to make those plays.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
And so, don't give me the – I mean, look, we've been saying, and I'm consistent with this, that – we're not going to freak out in practice. We're not going to freak out in OTAs. We're not going to freak out in the first few days of training camp. We're going to, when you get into preseason and the real games, that's when we're going to start to really pay attention. Now I do have a mild concern.
Yeah, we should have that.
And I know some people are going to be like, well, you should have had that. I'm entitled to my opinion and can do what I want to do.
Look at you. I like that.
I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt until you got into an actual game. And in 3 series last night, even though they scored in 1, he tries to hit, and Sala brought this up, he tries to hit Tate in the end zone, and that was a bad play. You got to make better decisions than that.
Mason Kinsey's still on this roster?
He is.
I guess he made a tackle last night, right?
Oh, good for him.
Good. A little positive. Joey Sly, I mean, he nailed those kicks last night. And
we can at least address that. We said that if Sly struggled last night, he'd be gone. I think it's safe to say he's good right now.
And Tommy Townsend, average, 49 yards. I mean, talk about his 2 punts. He had 5 punts last night. The longest was 58. But when you got a 49-yard average, pretty damn good. That's pretty good. So special teams looked good last night and all that. And I thought, there were some positives down the field, getting in the end zone and all those good things. But we'll see. Seahawks come in here next week with a very good defense. And the more you do these joint practices, the more these teams are now in shape. Seahawks will be now. They're like, all right, first week's done. We're getting good.
And what did the Seahawks do last year?
I think they won the Super Bowl.
That's right.
And most of that defense is back. So it's a great test for Saleh, the team, and Cam Ward, and everybody else next week to come in here and see what's going to happen. And again, play the preseason. I like the fact that he made Cam play the preseason game.
Do it again.
Whereas Brian Callahan was like, do you want to play? No, we good.
Because
okay.
Here's the other thing that I will say of just a what if. You make them play, the starters play all 3 preseason games. Doesn't that help them be more in football shape and have the football mind going into to the Jets game?
Yeah, absolutely it does.
So, it could improve. 9708, very, very concerned about Cam's accuracy. He should be getting the hang of things going into year 2.
Good point.
Yep.
Hey, don't tell me, and listen, I had this argument the other day about terminology. Different term. Look, an out route is an out route, right? A quick hit's a quick hit. I mean, a post is a post. It's still the same routes. You still got to deliver the ball, the same thing. I don't care what they call it. You got to be able to deliver the ball to the receivers. And last night, the Wan'Dale screen pass, the one he fired it to him, the out route he didn't hit. And look, I know quarterbacks do, but it's a concern because I saw it from last year and I see it carrying over for this year.
Andy says, damn shame for Will Levis. Put him with the first team next game just to see and give Cam some humbling grow-up time. That's not going to solve anything. Look, guys.
Love the passion, but no.
Like Trey, Andy, the Will Levis supporters, the stand with Will Levis, like, dude, it's over. He's not the starting quarterback of this team. He's not going to be the starting quarterback of this team. There are 2 guys that have to get hurt for him to get that job.
Yeah.
He was terrible last night.
Yep, he was.
So let's just move on.
And look, I get it. He didn't have sometimes have time to throw. When he does have time though and can deliver, he had some nice passes last night. But when he gets the pressure, he just kind of loses it a little bit, man. And you don't want to see that at all from your quarterback. So yeah, I mean, I hope he finds a home somewhere. It ain't going to be here.
T-Mac and the Burrow on Cam Ward. T-Mac, what's up?
Yeah, can y'all hear me pretty good?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. And I do want to talk about Cam Wolf. I want to talk about other stuff too. Well, just first about Cam Wolf. First of all, well, with the whole team, even the first team, I didn't like nothing I saw last night except for maybe that first drive. I mean, I agree. Cam Wolf, he's gonna learn. He's gonna learn. That's what these preseason games are for. But just about the defense, man, I expected so much more from a Robert Saleh defense. Like they were missing tackles. Their front four couldn't get home. Like they couldn't get, and and they was playing against the backups. Jeffrey Simmons, none of them could get home on the quarterback. And with Alontae Taylor and them, they're like, letting the guy catch the ball. I guess I expected like a shutdown defense, and the way they was missing tackles and letting them catch the ball and gain yardage, it was just all together they played sloppy. I think I saw more action out of the second string and the first string. I mean, second string and third string defense and stuff like that. So I hang up and listen.
All right, thank you, T-Mac. Appreciate
sir.
that. We will continue to talk Cam Ward. That's what you guys want to talk about, and that's the right thing to talk about. We'll do that and hear from Robert Saleh more coming up next. It's Chase and Big Joe. We're live at Cheba Hut, 419 North Riverside Drive in Clarksville. More coming next. 102.5 The Game.
Robert, sorry if I'm repetitive. I'm having a little trouble hearing. Wondering if you think any of Cam's speeding things up yesterday might have been a throwback to the necessity to speed things up last year out of some of the.
Paul, that's a fair question, and it could be, it's the first time in live bullets, and there is a trust thing, and you look at the plays that we had yesterday. I think he had ample amount of time when you look at it, and when you look at like I said, the play design, every single play that we ran yesterday we ran in practice, and the entire offense executed perfectly. So again, it's time on task. It's building trust with his teammates. It's building confidence in himself. But there's no doubt Cam is capable. We've just got to go execute.
That was Robert Saleh earlier today talking about Cam Ward. We're live at Cheba Hut in Clarksville, 419 North Riverside Drive up here in Clarksville. Come by, get some toasted subs from Cheba Hut, and also say hi to us as well. So we always enjoy when you do that. I feel like reading the text line, hearing phone calls, us talking, that, everybody's on the same page with Cam Ward.
What do you mean?
That everybody's concerned.
Oh, yeah. And the coach is not going to blast his quarterback publicly like that. But he said first time versus live bullets. No, Cam has faced live bullets since the moment he stepped on the campus at Incarnate Word. And look, I know it's different levels. I know Incarnate Word's not the NFL, but still, you go to Washington State, pretty good players you're going against. Miami, you're going against some pretty good players. So you step up your level of what you can do. But I'm telling you, last night, man, just not good. Just wasn't good. He could rebound himself by having a nice performance versus Seattle and the Bears and get against the Jets in the regular season. But seeing that, just not good, man. And look, I'm not the only one. I mean, there are other coaches that I talked to like, yeah, it's not good. You guys all saw it last night. And look, if you think Cam did a great job, call and tell us. I want to hear the other side of this, what you think, why he was good last night, which is fine.
I want to see what the new staff can do with Cam, but I'm very worried. I just don't see a quarterback worthy of the number one pick. And that's fair. But we should factor in Brian Dable. It's one preseason game. They've had the OTAs and now training camp that they're not even all the way through. I do think Brian Dable deserves a little bit of the benefit of the doubt considering his track record with quarterbacks. Because think about this. Josh Allen's rookie year was not good. And I think Dable was the OC then.
Right.
So I'm not saying he's going to become Josh Allen, but
we hope
it's going to take some time, for Dable to work his magic with Cam. But how much time?
Again, that's great. But if you can't hit a quick hit and you've not been able to do that, if 100%. You can't hit the out route, you can't hit the dump pass, you're overthrowing. I mean, that's just – and like you're 5 of 12 last night with – I don't think Seattle had a lot – San Francisco had a lot of starters in there. It just – I don't know. And then Fred Warner saying this week that Cam just running his mouth needs to back it up with play on the field. There's just a lot of like – I guess somebody said hard-headedness there. And it's like that's perfect with that. And you got to break through that shell. And again, preseason, we know, but man, still practice like you play like you practice. And those throws last night, I didn't see it.
Andrew and Dover, yes, there are some negative points in the game, but I've also seen a lot of positives. I'm excited to see what happens in the regular season. Preseason is just to get rust off and figure out what works and who gives us the best chance to make an impact. Tighten up.
It's fine. It's fine. I get it. It's a preseason game, right? It's a preseason game.
I've used the phrase two-tone till I die. But look, they need you guys. They need people they need the ones that are like, I just love this football team. I want this football team to succeed. I'm going to support them no matter what. Good times, bad times, ugly times. And that's important to have. I think it's also important to have the discussion today of, all right, at this point in the preseason, they're at a C average. How do they get to a C plus average?
Yeah.
They might be at a C minus average, to be honest with you.
I mean, they won the game, so I'll give them a C. But I'm not going any further than that. It's not going to happen. Just not.
Todd on our phone line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Todd, what's up?
Oh, not much. How y'all doing? Love the show.
Thank you.
I do. Y'all want to be positive about all this. Get that. But on the other hand of that, he is starting his second season, and he's got a, like you said, C minus average on his throwing. He needs to be at least, I'd be happy with a B or a B plus at this point in time. And you are playing against second and third string players. He should be spot on. I mean, there should be no doubts about it. I just don't know if he is going to be the franchise player that we all want. And I will tell you this. I'll wait till the middle of the season, and I will call you back. If I'm wrong, I'll say I ate my words.
Okay.
I'll hang up and listen to you.
Thank you, Todd. I think we all kind of feel that way. We sit here today, and maybe it's an overreaction, and by mid-season, they're looking good, and that offense is clicking. I hope that's the case.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When we talk negatively about the Titans, and I give an opinion on them that isn't positive, and some of you don't like that, I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong.
Sure.
I want this team to be good. But right now, I don't feel like I'm wrong.
Yeah, and I'm watching some of the plays from last night, just drifting back. So I put together a clip reel of some of the stuff from last night and just some bad passes he's missed. In the area, 5 of 12. I'm looking they're showing all the plays, and all those are kind of missed passes from him to get out there to do that. But Seattle comes in, another chance to get better, see what you can do. But if this persists, this is a problem. It's a problem, right? Didn't think he'd win the Super Bowl last night, but if this problem persists with the accuracy and that play before the end of the first quarter, we drifted back and threw the ball like he was bowling. I mean, stop drifting back. I never played quarterback, right? But I know what happens when a quarterback drifts back out of the huddle. It's not good. So step up, deliver the ball. If it's not there, throw an incompletion down the field. You're smart enough to do this, but some of these passes were just not good, man. I mean, not just bad. They're just not good.
You can also weigh in on our YouTube chat at 1025 The Game. Mr. John Greer 77 says, "Good night from India, fellas. Appreciate you guys."
John Greer. Good night, buddy. Have sweet dreams, pal.
Don't leave it short. To me, it's the media's job to silence idiot fans with idiot takes, but this station seems to give fuel to idiot fans and idiot takes, in which I ask, what are the idiot takes? And they say that Cam Ward is not accurate.
He's not.
Joe, was Cam Ward accurate last night?
No, he's not. I'm reading all these things from people that follow football and experts, and they're like, the accuracy issue is still there. I mean, it's tape. It's all on tape. You see that. And again, I want this guy to be massively successful because you only win Super Bowls at the beginning because your quarterback is good. Not to be great, but a good quarterback can get you to the promised land. We want Cam to be good. Last night, we didn't see good.
Is 59.8 completion percentage good for an NFL quarterback? He's completing 60% of his pass. That's what he did last year.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Upper 60s is good, right?
Yeah. I want to see that number go up.
But again, last year he was rogue with a terrible offensive line, young receivers. The guy did a lot of great things. He was running for his life every time.
So don't leave it short. Again, entitled to your opinion. Because he says he demonstrated in real games last year he's accurate. And look, 60% is not terrible. Says one of his incompletions, the cornerback had perfect coverage, nothing he could do. Another, it was 3rd and 10, low percentage throw that you have. Again, entitled to your opinion, but I think you're making excuses for him.
Right.
He wasn't good last night.
No. He missed guys. He overthrew guys.
It's a preseason
simple
game.
plays.
It's a preseason game. Maybe it was rust. I don't know.
Right.
He wasn't good last night. We're allowed to say that.
Exactly right.
Like, people are so scared sometimes that you can't say he did bad. They won the game. It was a passing grade. Cam Ward wasn't good last night.
Nope, not at all.
Honestly, none of the quarterbacks were good last night.
But call in and debate. I want to hear
that's
why
fine.
you think he's good. This is not an argument.
No.
It's a healthy debate about the quarterback of your Tennessee Titans. That's
Right.
it.
Trubisky was the best one, and he threw 3 passes.
Yeah.
Completed.
Now, if
totals.
Cam last night went 11 for 12 and we would sing his praises all day. Didn't see it last night, and that's okay.
He was 5 of 12, so that's less than 60% or less than 50%,
Less than
according to my
50.
FRA math. For 57 yards, no touchdowns, no picks.
But I like the drive.
Yep.
They had a nice drive. I know it was against the back. I don't give a damn. They got down the field and scored. Those guys are football NFL players too.
Trubisky was 2 of 3. Hooker was 2 of 3. Levis was 3 of 8.
Poor Will Levis. He had just no time to throw the ball yesterday. And then they did a design run play, and he took off and then just like ran into a brick wall. You can just see he just feels bad.
Look what has shown up here at Cheba Hut.
All right, the Community Cup.
Yes, the Cats Championship trophy is hanging out with us.
It's a little bit smaller than the one we saw today.
I like that.
Maybe
That's
that
cool.
one needs hymns.
Don't Leave It Short also says, seems like the media should add context like that, and like he has all new weapons with all new coaching, and this was
There
his
we
first
go.
real action with them.
All new weapons.
You know what my favorite thing is, and again, appreciate you listening.
A
is
long
when-
walk on the beach.
Yes, when people try to say what the media should and should not do.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have any idea.
No, it's just report.
But that's not our job. Is we're giving an opinion.
Bingo.
This is an opinion show.
Bingo.
We're not reporting anything.
Gentry Estes from the Tennessean.
Opinion.
Right? I don't know who
Jim Wyatt, report.
who's the writer for Tennessee. I have no idea that covers the team.
Nick Suss.
Nick Suss.
is a reporter. He's reporting.
There you go. Quotes the game. Here's what happened. Maybe throw in a little opinion or small. But Gentry Estes, who I think Gentry is vastly underrated.
I do not go to practice and tell you that Cam was 8 of 18 and all that. That's not my job. My job is to give an opinion. Parker Kelly, Connor Newt, they're out there every day. They're reporting what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what I think.
Well, yeah, 1 o'clock, we're talking to Chris Sanders, right? You want to get a perspective of a guy that played 7 years in the league and scored a ton of touchdowns with different quarterbacks. Chris Sanders at 1 o'clock will be able to tell us all that goes on with that.
We will talk to him in just a minute. We'll get back to your calls, back to your texts. Again, we may not always agree, but we appreciate you sharing your opinion as well. It's Chase and Big Joe on this Friday live from Cheba Hut in Clarksville, 102.5 The Game.
One of
Hey,
the
guys.
things that was kind of an issue for Cam last year, we've seen it a little bit in practice and again last night, is that he looked good on the first drive and things were in sync. But then when things kind of got out of sync, it seemed like that there were multiple incompletions, like he missed 4 or 5 passes in a row. What do you feel like is causing that, and how much of a concern is it, and how do you correct it?
You know, we've the good news is going back and digging in on the film. Like every pass play that Dave's called yesterday, we've run in practice, and you guys have been there, and you guys have seen flashes of Cam and the entire offense operating at a very high level. And it's as simple as just time on task. You know, he's every single one of those plays he's executed flawlessly in practice, and he's got to be able to have the confidence in not only himself but his teammates to just execute, get your feet down, play with great technique, and deliver the football just like he has. And you know, we're gonna continue to harp on all the technique, the fundamentals. We're gonna continue to rep things at a high level, and but it's just reps.
That was Robert Saleh earlier today talking about Cam Ward and the Titans. 615-737-1025. It's our phone and text line. JordanvilleWilsonCountyHyundai.com. You can also hit us up on the YouTube chat at 1025 The Game as we break down the first preseason game last night. Chris Sanders will join us in less than 10 minutes. Kevin in Hendersonville on Cam Ward. Kevin, what you got?
I mean, I want to just hop in and say that I agree wholeheartedly with you guys. A couple of passes I watched last night with Cam, he looked lazy. Almost the way he was throwing it, almost sidearm-esque, and I just didn't really think they were clean passes out of the pocket. Some of the bullets that he threw to Robinson, they just weren't strategically thrown, I felt like. And then the drop back that Joe talked about, it just looked messy and sloppy. And honestly, I think the fan base, we need to cut it straight. We need to just call it what it is. Like, Cam's not doing what he needs to do right now. I'm not saying he's bad, right? Like, he's still growing, he's still learning, but we just need to call it what it is right now and stop expecting that Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes is going to go out there in light blue. So, yeah, I'll hang up and listen, but thank you guys.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
What are we calling what it is? I still believe in the guy, right?
Yeah.
I need a whole year of doing it. But look, at the end of the year, he's not it. I'm not waiting 3 years.
Correct. I'm not going to say he's a bust.
No.
But, you know, there are still some concerns where he's growing. And I think it's okay to say that. Like, it's fair to say that he is not where he should be yet.
Right.
Now, you know, do we look at last year as a redshirt year in some ways? He played, but it's a totally different offense and coaching staff now.
Well, he had no support. I guess you're right.
Does he get an asterisk for that?
No. No. I mean, you're still playing. Those games counted and with everything. But you see development.
But it matters.
Lamar, Josh Allen. I mean, they're all growing pains. I mean, Troy Aikman went 1-15 his first year. Peyton Manning did all that. But the second year, they progressed.
Right.
So this year, we got to see not Cam Ward of 2025. We got to see that progression. And he's got 17 games to do it.
Yep.
So we'll sit. So don't it's over. He's not going to, it's not the answer. Look, when he came out, every draft expert, every quarter, all those were like, this is guy that's got what it takes to be there. They're all weren't wrong, right? If it's 50-50, we're like, 50%. They're all on board, all of it.
Yeah.
And so, hell, even his offensive coordinator now tried to trade half of Manhattan for Cam Ward last year. So there's something there. Just didn't see it last, and that's okay. Every quarter doesn't play a perfect game, but I've seen those bad passes, the out routes, the quick hits. I've seen that, and the bad decision. I need to see less of that. That's it.
8398 says, play Trubisky and let Cam Ward learn for another year or two. Vince Young had a 74.4 passer rating, and the fans lit him up.
Yeah.
Listen, you've made your bed now. Like, you started him as a rookie, and I was against that. I thought he should have sat last year. But you took him as the number 1 overall pick and made the decision that he was going to play. Sitting him now does no good.
No, not at all. And if they come out and say, hey, Trubisky's going to be our starter, Cam needs to learn, Mr. Borgonzi's going to get a knock on his door. And it's going to be from the owner And I'm not a fan of owners meddling.
Yeah.
But in this case, I would. Like, why is Cam Ward not starting?
You have that ship has sailed. You've made that decision.
Yes.
We will get Chris Sanders' opinion on this coming up next. The Forever Titans wide receiver will join us. We'll get his thoughts on the game. It's Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chase and Big Joe, hour number 2, live from Cheba Hut in Clarksville, 419 Riverside Drive. Come by, say hello, get a sandwich, and have some fun with us. Chase McKay, Big Joe Dubin, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier hanging out with you. Let's say hello now to Forever Titans wide receiver Chris Sanders, presented by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service. Chris, what's up? How you doing?
Man, it is hot out here. Whew.
It is hot.
Hot as fish grease. Whew. Hot as
it
fish
is
grease.
hot, and the opinions are hot. That is for sure.
Oh, I know. I'm kind of scared to dive into this, but I'm ready to do it, man.
Give me your overall view of Cam Ward and the offense through 3 series in preseason game number 1.
It was okay. And the reason why I say it's okay, because when I first came in and looking at the game, I was concerned about the offensive line, but the offensive line was a bright spot. They're stand on blocks.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
They did a great job. So my mindset was like, okay, the offensive line is going to struggle. But the first series was okay. But then they went on a 95, I think 12-play 95-yard drive, and they did pretty good. But then after that, it's like, no disrespect, but it's just like Cam went back to what he was doing, holding the ball too long, overthrowing guys, just kind of, whirly bird that stuff, as opposed to staying to his technique. So I was kind of concerned about that. But at the end of the day, it's still preseason.
Why do you think he's overthrowing? Like, I'll use a specific example for you. That screen pass to Robinson, like, that's basically a handoff. Like, you got to make that play, and he threw it way over his head.
But see, nobody looks at it too. Is I know they're blaming Cam Ward that he shouldn't have overthrew him, but you got to look at where the ball was. The ball was on the right hash, and he's lined up way down there. That's a long throw for Cam. I'm not saying he shouldn't have made it, but at the end of the day, you still got to put your quarterback in good position to where it's an easy throw. That's a long, long throw. But at the end of the day, Cam needs to make the throw. It's an easy throw. It's kind of like a handoff, and he has to make that play, because we always talk about Cam going to the next level, being a smart quarterback, but you can't revert back to bad habits, and that's kind of what we saw in those couple of drives.
Chris Sanders is with us today. What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy. How you doing there?
You guys got a scrimmage tonight?
We go to Rockville. We got they're a good team, physical. We're going to get after them.
Good. I like that. You got the city boys going out to the country. That's my kind of game, buddy.
We're going to the country. We're going to Murfreesboro.
That's a boy. 0388 on our text line is a good point. The fact we're even talking like this about Cam Ward at this point is concerning. Do you agree to that?
It's listen, I was upset a little bit about the game, but I got to remember this is his second year. Now he's got a new offensive coordinator. I'm not trying to make an excuse for him, but he has to learn some more techniques that he really probably didn't learn when he was with the other coaching staff. I just think that, from this day on, I don't want to just see him be consistent in practice. Yeah, that's great. 11 for 12 and 11 for 13. That's great. I want to see him be consistent in the game, because there's some plays that he can make in the game, but then there's some other plays to where you're scratching here, like, what's going on. But I think we as fans, we as people just need to pump our brakes a little bit and just let the process, handle like it's going to happen. I think it's going to be okay, but he's still got to get better.
Well, but then, the concern I have, Chris, and look, you played NFL and the receiver at a high level. When you're running just a quick hit and that ball is zipping over your head, I mean, those, I'm sorry, those are simple plays, right?
They are, but here's the thing that's disconcerting a little bit is if we keep repeating ourselves. What did we say last year? He's holding the ball too long. He's waiting. He's trying to play hero ball. He's trying to throw it in a tight window. He's got to understand that if you're running RPOs and your slot receiver's running a quick slant and he's 7 yards away from you, you got to take a little bit off the football, because if you throw a dart, he can't even get his head around. I mean, if you look at, Robinson, he came out of his cut and the ball was on top of him. He's got to understand the little things of, okay, you know what? He's running a slant. I just got to put it in a spot to where the receiver can catch it, not putting a whole bunch of heat on it.
I agreed. And, Robert Saleh said, look, he made good decisions. And Chase and I were talking about that. Good decisions are great, but you got to have execution. I can make great decisions all day. If I don't execute those good decisions, then it's for nothing. And so, the decisions are there. I think he's a very smart quarterback. The execution part, chihuahua.
Yeah, and it's like, you can make great decisions, but also you have to make the play, because I can make a decision to throw it to a post when that's the read. But if I overthrow him, then, I mean, what have I done? But here's the thing, too, is, I mean, he just got to go back and learn from the film. The film is the best teacher. We always say this, the eye in the sky don't lie. So what you got to do is go back and say, okay, you know what? I need to get rid of the ball quicker. I need to make that play. I need to take some zip off of throwing the ball to Robinson. So once he learns that, but if he learns that, I think he's going to be okay. But if we get in week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and we keep repeating ourselves, now it's a time for concern to be like, okay, you know what? Is he our guy?
And you've seen this when you play that. Hell, when I play, the film does not lie. I understand that. And I've sat in film rooms where a coach has destroyed a player. He's like, I'll never do that again. And then the next game, he does the same thing. And you know what happens? He's not back in there. So I'm not saying they're going to replace Cam Ward, but you're right. Like, stop. Somebody said he's hard-headed. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? He could be a little bit hard-headed. Like, I want to do it this way. But Brian Daboll's smart. He's got smart guys. He's got good receivers around him. Let them make the plays. You don't have to play hero ball anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but he was doing a little bit of that in camp. We always talk about not throwing the home run ball, which is the post or the go route, which is great, but throw it to your checkdowns. He did a play that I was kind of really excited about when he threw a little crossing route, to one of the receivers, and he got the yards and got a first down. Those are the things you need to do, because you got to understand that when we were in camp, when he was in OTAs, he wasn't feeling heat in the pocket. So now you're getting to, the 49ers, and you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable. You're feeling people at your feet. You're feeling people swiping at you. So now he's got to be like, okay, you know what? I got to focus in chaos. When everything is going chaotic around me, I still have to make the play. And when he gets to that situation and performing in chaos, I think he's going to be okay.
Chris Sanders is with us, forever Titans wide receiver. Only 3 targets to Carnell Tate, the rookie. Not really enough to evaluate that. And we've talked about, one of those targets was probably a throw Cam shouldn't have made. But overall, what do you think his takeaway would be from playing now one preseason game? He's seen some real game reps.
Yeah.
How can he build off of that?
I mean, I think Carnell Tate's going to be okay. I mean, I know he got 3 targets in the game. And I think that also you got to remember that the coaching staff didn't have a game plan. They just went out there and let guys play. I think once you get into season, you're going to have some design plays for him. Say we got a cover 4 beater. Somebody runs a curl with number 2, and he runs the post. That's a design play for Carnell to get the ball. I don't think that, going into the scrimmage, they were designed to get Carnell to take the football. So they're just like, okay, whatever read happens, we're going to throw it. So when you get into the season and you start game planning against teams, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have you go in motion, get a quick screen, because you're game planning to get him the ball early. So I'm not concerned about that, because I think the coaches are going to make it ideal to where we get in game time situation, he's going to be okay.
Calvin Ridley had that one catch for 18 yards that was a nice one. Do you think in a perfect world, now look, in his mind, he wants to be a 1,200-yard receiver and be the number one guy, but I don't know if that's realistic anymore. Is he the, hey, he's going to be out there. We may not throw his direction every time, but when we need a big play, we're going to go to Calvin Ridley. Is that kind of where he needs to be at this point in his career?
We just right now, number one, we need him to stay healthy. That's number one. Number 2 is we need him to make some. You don't have to make a whole bunch of plays a game, but we need that splash play to where you take the top off the defense or a deep crossing route. We need him to do that. I think with all the guys that they have, that's going to be the starting 3 and 11 personnel. Those guys are capable of making plays, but they do things different. Just like Rondale Robinson, he's going to catch a little choice routes and catch those seams and make plays like that. You got Carnell Tate that's going to run the deep comebacks, the deep digs in the post to take the top off the defense. Then you got, Ridley that can run the curls and the digs and make plays like that. But when he gets the ball in his hands, he has to make an explosive play, and that's what I want for him to do this year.
So, Chris, they got Ridley, you got Carnell Tate, you got Wan'Dale Robinson, you got Gunnar Helm, who looked good last night. He's emerging as a good tight end. Pollard Spears. I mean, you have weapons.
Yes, you do.
If those guys can play to their capability, you got something there, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got some guys that can make some plays. Look at Gunnar Helm. We talked about a little screen he caught to where he got like 18 or 19 yards. He's a guy that can make plays, but it all depends on what formations you're going to use. I think to get all those guys on the field, you go 11 personnel, 1 back, 1 tight, and 3 wide receivers. And then, you got another running back that had a great game yesterday with Spears. But the only thing that I'm concerned about Spears is every time we get into preseason, he looks good, but then the second and third game, he's sitting on the sidelines. So if he can stay healthy, I think you give a 1-2 punch in the backfield and you got 3 or 4 wide receivers that can make plays on the perimeter.
I agree. Do you like the fact that Robert Saleh played starters last night?
Heck yes. Did you hear what he said? These guys need reps. These guys are a young team. And when you have a young team, the only way you get better is if you're going with live bullets. Practice is good. OTA is good. Drills are good. But I need bullets firing me because here's the deal. That's when you start evaluating guys. Can they handle the heat when bullets are flying? So I'm glad that he kept him in. I know he said he wanted to go 20 plays, but he kept him in a little longer because he wanted to see how these guys respond. So I think it's beautiful. I know you don't want to get guys hurt, but at the end of the day, these guys need reps and they need experience.
You know exactly what Carnell Tate's going through. You were drafted.
Yes.
You played in the league. You played your first preseason game. I know it wasn't a real game. I mean, a real game that counted. But when you went out there, was it I got to imagine, like, it's a little tough catching your breath because all the emotions that got you there, and you're like, oh, God, I'm here now. What do I do, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great observation. I was a little nervous, but I came in with a chip in my shirt. I was mad at everybody because they was, I just was. But I remember we were scrimmaging the Washington Redskins, and in my mind, I wanted to earn the respect of my offensive coordinator, my receiver coach, and my quarterback. So what I did, it was fourth and 20-something. So me being a little knucklehead rookie, I went to him. I said, Coach, just go for it. Just go for it. I mean, I was just that wild. I said, go for it. We ran a curl. I caught a spun and went 30 yards. So once I did that, caught my breath and got excited, the defense is going crazy because they see that. Now I earned the respect of my players. So I wanted to be out there. Yes, emotions were going crazy. I was nervous. I was all these things, but my dream came true. So I definitely wanted to be out there.
So your first ever catch, I know it's preseason, was in Knoxville, Tennessee.
And Knoxville, Tennessee, against Washington Redskins, and it was 4th and 23.
Look at you! Look at you! You're automatically a Tennessee Vol, baby. We're going to give it to you.
No.
Get away from that crappy Ohio State. We're going to get you a Tennessee Vol, man.
Hey, who's ranked number 1 in the country?
I think it's Valdosta State.
And then Chase, who's gonna win Silly Dog Underpick this year? I mean, I'm a three-time champion.
It might be you. You've been because you find these just dumb plays that nobody would take and they hit.
Right? Yeah.
He'll take a 40-point dog and we'll all make fun of him, and then all of a sudden it hits.
That's it, man. Hey, I got to take chances like Cam, baby.
Oh, you do. Hey, listen, I know it's hot out there and everything, but how much fun do you have as a high school football coach? I know it's 1,000 degrees.
Oh, my God.
But, man,
I love it.
You're still coaching football, and I am extremely jealous of you and all these high school coaches who get to mold these young men and get to be out there. You know, the heat the heat was different 40 years ago for me, obviously, but because we didn't care. But tonight you're going to scrimmage game, but still, man, it's under the lights. It's hot. It's your guys versus their guys. How much fun is this?
I'm having a blast, and I'm gonna share a story, and I'll quick. It'll be about 30 seconds. But there was a guy that I coached, and at the beginning the year before that, he couldn't go into camp because he had headaches, and the reason why he was getting headaches, and this is a sad story, because he lost his sister in the Covenant shooting, so he wasn't sure if he was going to play football again. So he comes out his senior year. And he's just going through it, and then became a starter. And then at the end of the season, he became one of my best weapons on the football team. He scored like 5 or 6 touchdowns. So you wonder why I get excited. You wonder why did I get happy about going in the heat? Because I get to watch kids develop into something great, and it just makes my heart warm. Why? Because you get to make others great, man.
How hard did you hug that young man?
Man, on the last game, I hugged him with tears in my eyes. And you know what he said? He said, this is one of the best experiences that I've ever had. I've done my job. We didn't win the championship, but he won the game of life. That's why I love coaching right there.
Oh, that's great. As we've talked about this, is that, you know, we never, and I know this sounds kind of goofy, but I never got to thank the game of football for developing me and my friends that played about the character that it gave us. I never thanked the game. And so how do you thank the game?
You know, by just giving it to others. That's how you thank the game. And I'm going to share this with you. Now, I'm not saying this to puff myself up, but, you know, I just found out last Friday that I'm getting inducted into the Ohio State Hall of Fame.
Get it.
Track and field.
That's awesome, man.
Get it.
And the first person I thanked was Christ, and I thanked my mom. But I went back and thanked all the coaches that didn't give up on me. The Don Gatewoods, the Les Steckles, the Sherman Smiths, the all the coaches that invested in me. So what I did is when I got out there, I called each coach to tell them thank you because their legacy continues. That's why I love coaching right there.
Look, man,
That's
why don't
amazing.
you tell? Look, we got 3 guys here at 1025 The Game that love you. Myself, Chase, and Dr. Crane, man.
No. Y'all my brothers, man. There's nobody like y'all.
Are you
Y'all
going to
my
invite?
brothers.
Are you going to invite Mike Vrabel?
No.
Chris, please tell me you called Dave Craig.
I did call Dave Craig. He said, "Man, you still can't get the guy off the spot," and he yelled it, and then hung up the phone.
Oh man,
Chris, appreciate it as always, my friend. We got some
Appreciate y'all
football
too,
to
man.
talk about. I love it. We'll talk to you next week.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's Chris Sanders, Forever Titans wide receiver, joining us on the program. We'll come back with more of your reaction. The Titans win 19-13 in their preseason debut last night. We'll talk about it more next. Chasing Big Joe live in Clarksville at Cheba Hut, 1025 The Game. Chase and Big Joe 102.5 The Game. Live at Cheba Hut in Clarksville. 419 Riverside Drive. And the food is so good here. We've been munching on some sandwiches, some toasted subs during the break. And fantastic. So come by and see us, 419 Riverside Drive. Appreciate Chris Sanders for joining us as always. 0388. They don't come much better than Chris Sanders. What an awesome dude.
Not at all, man. I mean, he's been through the fire. That's why I asked him. He's been exactly where Carnell Tate is. Can you imagine just your whole life, you try to get to the NFL and then you're there and you walk out, the 49ers, I don't care if it's preseason or not, still football, still matters.
One thing that came up with Chris, we haven't talked about the offensive line today. I actually thought they were pretty good.
I saw Latham put some dude on his bottom. I was like, I like that.
Yeah, I actually thought that they were fine. That was I guess that you want to talk about a positive. That's a positive that we weren't really talking about them.
Well, we asked Teron Davenport last week. He's like, if this line could just be average, he's like, if they could be average, this team could go places. Just be average, right? Just be average and see what happens. If Dan Moore can actually get it together and have a good year, you get a center in there that knows what to do. Skoronski's solid. You get the right guard going. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities there, but can they do it? That's what we got to see, and then we got to do it consistently. And this team could have a whole different outlook. Again, you just got to be better than the Colts, the Texans, and the Jags. And I think that's the Jags concern me. I think Jacksonville, you can laugh at me, might be a Super Bowl team. I think that defense is so good. I think Lawrence is getting it together. I think they got a good head coach. They got some good players there. We laugh at them. All the Duval garbage and all that. That's a good football team down there.
Glenn from Greenbrier says the throws Cam is struggling with, we will see quarterbacks on Friday make. That's concerning.
It's not a bad point, Glenn.
I don't know if it's that bad, but
he's got to make that. I think Wan'Dale Robinson on this team is the X factor. You saw last when he caught the pass, he just zoomed, man, zipped. I think that guy, if Cam and Wan'Dale Robinson can complete those passes, he becomes Cam's best friend. And Gunnar Helm's part of this too. I mean, you got options, right? You got options to run the offense and get it down the field and make positive plays. So there's potential there. There's some good things that are going on right there. And so we just got to see it consistently from your quarterback.
Yeah. And that's what
look,
I'm hoping that consistency starts to show itself a little more with the Seahawks and then next week.
I hope so. By the way, Dustin Hopkinsville, we love you. I ain't reading all that. You sent me War and Peace. I'm not reading that during the segment.
I'll read it in a second.
We love you, man.
Because Dustin, I'm sure Dustin will appreciate. I have to pre-read his text.
He got me a few weeks ago. I was like, yeah, exactly.
We love you, brother.
We love you, Dustin.
We said this about the offensive line in the preseason last year. We need to go in and take a deeper look at how many starters were playing in San Francisco for the O-line. I don't think a lot were. They did hold up well, and I wish Levis got the same treatment to showcase a little better. However, you need to look and see if the starters are playing for the 49ers on the O-line. I don't think the 49ers played any of their starters.
I don't think so. But again, look, I think Will Levis is a great guy, but Will Levis, Chase, put himself in a position to be the third-team quarterback.
Yeah.
You had every opportunity to run this team. If you were good in 24, Cam Ward would not be here right now. But I don't feel sorry for him. He put himself in that position. Now go out and execute. You can't control the offensive line. You can't control getting rushed and all that. You just got to go out there and play the best game you can and see what happens.
615-737-1025.
Don't go to break just yet. I'm going to look up.
He's called in now.
Dustin?
All right, let's bring Dustin in Hopkinsville real quick before we get Montgomery County Mayor Wes Golden on with us. Dustin, what's up, man?
What's up, brother?
Not much.
Hey, man, I'm sorry you can't understand three-letter words, so I'll say it.
Oh, man.
Hey, if you're going to fire, be prepared because I'm quick. I'm witty, man. But hey, so last year we got pretty excited about this patchwork quilt of a line, and we seen what that got us. All right, how much of this line for the 49ers last night were starting guys? Now I'll say this: if Levis had the same line last night, he may have done a lot better. But I'm telling you right now, you need to pump the brakes on everything. But the accuracy stuff with Ward, he keeps making, just like your bank account. If you keep taking deposits or taking withdrawals and ain't making no deposits, it's going to get in the negative quick. All right? Well, my bank account is anyway. I don't know about y'all's. But he's given us a bunch of withdrawals by not making any deposits here lately. In fact, we've all said it today. It looks like one of his worst games yet. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, that was something that Next Man Up was talking about. Is this one of the worst performances you've seen from Cam Ward since he's been here? And I mean, it's hard for me to be like to not preface it by saying, "Oh, it's preseason too,"
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it wasn't good.
We had real quick Fernando Mendoza last night. Somebody asked 10 of 16, 100 yards, one touchdown, rating of 100 last night.
He looked good. I watched it.
Yeah,
he
for the Raiders. So look, it's preseason. It's comparing things, but with Cam, it's getting better.
You know what's crazy? Because I watched a little of this too. Anthony Richardson and Will Levis are both probably going to get cut.
Anthony Richardson last night
Terrible.
looked awful. But that's on the Colts. They drafted a quarterback who had no experience coming out of there. And there were some people around here who loved Anthony Richardson. He's a disaster. This is it for the Colts.
I agree with you on that, and I'll leave it there.
There you
We'll
go.
come back with more. Mayor Wes Golden of Montgomery County going to join us coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday. We're live in Clarksville at Cheba Hut, 419 Riverside Drive. Come by and see us. We've been having some lunch. And we're very excited about our next guest, the Montgomery County Mayor, Wes Golden, who is with us. And we've gotten to meet you a couple times at the Cats game over at F&M Bank Arena. But thanks so much for coming by.
Absolutely. It's good to be here. And I appreciate y'all being here supporting local businesses.
Well, we love Clarksville. And, you know, our station comes in very clear up here in Clarksville. It's so cool to see this city, this county grow like it has. You're from here. You've witnessed it firsthand. But now as the mayor of Montgomery County, I mean, how special is it for you to be in that seat watching this continue to grow?
You know, just like this new business here, just like the Cats coming to Clarksville, we have more and more things for our families to do, get out and have a good time.
It's more than just Austin Peay now, which is great. And Austin Peay is obviously a very important part of things. But having the Cats at F&M Bank Arena, winning the championship, I mean, how much fun was that?
Oh, it was such a blast. I mean, watching all those families with their kids and just the energy in the room. You know, for my 16-year-old son to describe, like, Dad, the energy in here is great. To hear a 16-year-old say that means something.
Well, and I would expect that when because the county runs that building, correct?
So we own the building and the Predators operate the building.
Right. So when it was built and this whole thing came together, my guess was, all right, what's going to be in here? And in finding a tenant, arena football is such a fun sport. I have to imagine that was, you know, a no-brainer when it presented itself.
Oh, absolutely. When I first met with Commissioner Fisher,
yep,
and we talked about the idea a little bit, it was very exciting. Honestly, I didn't know if it was going to happen or not, but once everything came together and they were here all season long, the community has really surrounded it. And I think one of the things because of that is because they got so involved with local businesses, nonprofits, the military, first responders. They really recognize what our community really is.
We're talking with Montgomery County Mayor Wes Golden. All right, I'm pretty stupid there, Mr. Mayor. Explain your Montgomery County Mayor and Clarksville Mayor, right? Two separate things, right?
Two separate things.
Yes. And so what is you're over the whole everything, I guess, right?
Yeah. So it's probably a really long answer, but
that's all right.
So 95 counties in the state of Tennessee, we're all set up by the state constitution. So my job's considered like a constitutional officer of the state, and we follow state laws. And we take care of a lot of things that you have to have, right? Your sheriff's office, your court system, education, you know, where you get your tags, the county clerk's office, all of those types of things that you have, EMS. So we manage all of that.
Okay.
And the city typically takes care of a lot of the above and beyond services that you want to have.
Did you ever imagine the growth of this county? Because I get off at exit 11 now and come that way, and then it's just people. I mean, it's businesses, small businesses, people. You grew up here, and your wildest dreams ever see how big this place has become?
No.
Right.
You know, and it is it's a big challenge, really. And the secret's out. We try to be very intentional about how we're growing.
Right.
So that's why we try to focus on these quality of life things like more green space, greenways, the cats, all of that type of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
The arena, F&M Bank Arena, I mean, Alabama was there. Leanne Morgan had a comedy concert there. I think ZZ Top is playing or had played there. I mean, it's how vital is that to help the growth of this community?
It's really about keeping our residents here and having things for them to do right here where they live. You know, so many of them have to travel to Nashville for work. Well, we have jobs here, opportunities here, and now we have fun things for them to do right here, and without losing that money and that revenue to other cities.
I can only imagine the phone calls you get from businesses that want to move here, come here, minor league baseball. I mean, you guys are you guys bigger than Chattanooga or getting close to Chattanooga size?
It's my understanding we've recently passed Chattanooga.
Take that, Chattanooga, right? But there's so much possibility here. I mean, it's just you're in a very good position to have to see this county go.
Yep, we've talked to some minor league baseball teams. I mean, so there's lots of opportunities here. Like we talked about, the secret's out. People want to be here, and now it's the right type of businesses that we're wanting to get here too.
Yes.
You know, and one of the reasons we grow so quickly is that we have the highest retention rate of people transitioning out of the military and wanting to stay in our community. 36%. So 300 to 400 soldiers transition out every month, and 36% of them choose to stay here with their families.
And I feel like a lot of younger people are starting their families here.
We're the youngest county in Tennessee population wise. So median age is about 32 years old.
Look at this.
So
right?
how much has Nashville's growth helped Clarksville and Montgomery County's growth because it's just spreading out?
One thing that we see is a lot of people that are in Nashville, they go there as a young business person or whatever. Well, then they meet somebody.
Yeah.
And now they want to raise kids, and they look around and I say, do I want to raise my kids in Nashville or Clarksville? And a lot of times they're coming here.
You made a good point about when I was like about Leanne Morgan and ZZ Top coming here, keeping people here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's brilliant. I mean, you want to keep – I don't want to travel 60 miles for a concert. I'd rather go 2 blocks up and 2 blocks over to your arena. How important was it to have that mindset?
Oh, it's very important. You know, I've been able to say every year that we've had more events here than we've ever had before. And I want to keep saying that year after year. So this week we broke ground on a Montgomery County Fairgrounds. So it's just one other venue and event where we can have more things for people to do and bring back that agricultural education for our kids as well.
When you talk about the growth of the city and the population, you're not allowed to count Fort Campbell, are you?
Correct.
Because that's Kentucky Post, something like that.
Correct.
But they're part of your community, right? I mean, they're all here and everything.
Oh, they're woven into the into the fabric of who we are, for sure.
What would you like to see here in 10 years? I mean, that minor league baseball team. I mean, so what would you like? We sit down 10 years from now, which I probably won't be here. But if the ghost of me came back and interviewed you, Mr. Mayor, what would you like to see 10 years from now?
Focusing on quality. So in the past, the economic engine here was Fort Campbell. So when they deployed, it really hurt the economy here locally. So back then, the leaders got together and they focused on some industrial development, really diversifying the economics for our community. And they've done a great job at that. To me, I feel like we have checked that box. So now let's focus on commercial development of high-end retail, getting the things. So when we're trying to recruit doctors for one of these new hospitals that's being built right now, when they come here, I'm helping recruit those people. The spouse is looking around saying, where am I going to be shopping while you're working 70 hours a week?
Right.
And if we don't have those answers, we're not getting those high-paying jobs, the skilled labor. So we need to have those answers. Just like this past Monday, we passed the Costco incentive. So now we got Costco coming here, which will help bring other high-end retail. Yeah. And that's the things that we're looking for now.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mayor Wes Golden is with us. We have a texter, Greg, on our text line. And I was wondering if this was going to come up, asking if there would be plans for a minor league hockey team at F&M Bank Arena. I know that's been floated out there a time or two, once the Predators got involved up there.
I can tell you we're working on it.
Okay. Oh, I like that.
Check that box off right there.
I like that.
Goes on.
When you see, like, Vegas has done it, for instance, they have their minor league team in Henderson. I mean, a lot of baseball teams are bringing their affiliates closer. It makes a ton of sense, and Clarksville can benefit from that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mayor, appreciate the time. Thanks for coming
real quick
by.
before you go,
got another?
I just got the last couple of games at F&M Bank Arena sold out, packed, loud. You've seen that arena, the genesis of it. What was that like? What was last Saturday like for you?
You know, it was great. I'm up there. I'm there with my family. And there were a few surreal moments where you just kind of step back and you're not watching the game, but you're watching the audience.
Yeah.
And you see everybody, they're on their feet, they're leaning over the seats in front of them. And just to see that, and then after the game, just standing on the sidewalk and watching them funneling in to the restaurants and other businesses downtown, that's the ROI right there.
There we go.
You know, that's them spending money in those restaurants, supporting the local businesses, and getting out with their families. And like we talked about before, doing that right here at home.
Yeah, right. By the way, Chase, the call of the game on Saturday, he made the Pat McAfee show. So they were showing highlights and talking about Clarksville and everything. So the ROI on that win is, I don't know, it's probably, you we'll measure that for years probably.
That's right. Yeah, no doubt about it. Mr. Mayor, good to see you. Thanks so much for doing this. Enjoy some Cheba Hut.
That's right.
Yeah,
Got it
absolutely.
going
Mayor,
on.
Mayor Wes Golden
Thank you.
joining us here on the program. We'll have more coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday live at Cheba Hut in Clarksville. Appreciate Montgomery County Mayor Wes Golden for joining us, as it is fun to see this community continue to grow. And it now has surpassed Chattanooga, which is pretty cool.
I mean, huge. And you're not including the post.
Right.
It's not the base. I'm told it's the post.
The post.
And God bless every one of them over there too, man. True legends and heroes. And I just, to see this city, I mean, I came up in the 80s when Austin P football and all that, and now to see the growth and the campus and the arena and all that, that's great, man.
I was watching a show the other night, and it was about, based in military and stuff, and saw somebody with the 101st Airborne patch. I'm like, that's our boys,
right?
Boys and girls right there, the Airborne.
Is that Band of Brothers, the European part? Was that?
Maybe. All I know, like, when anybody asks me about 101st, like, tell me about them, like, badasses.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and if you serve, like, you get that, but, I mean, bunch of badasses.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Every day, all day.
Do you remember during the Iraq War when Channel 5 was, like, embedded with them and, like, doing those reports?
Oh, yeah. I spent weeks staked out. I had a hotel up here.
Yeah.
We were covering at the Gate 4 when the Gulf War, not the Gulf War, the war in 02 and 03 and 04, all that happened up here, man. And it was one of the worst stories I covered was a Black Hawk crash in Afghanistan that took about 15 soldiers, and it was devastating.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt so the family was there, just God bless them and all they do and continue to do every single day.
Hair Metal Henry says, it hurts my heart to hear Joe say he probably won't be here in 10 years, but if he keeps running that mouth to Dustin, who knows?
Right? It goes on. No, I don't. I mean, it's 57 now. I mean, like 10 years.
You'll still be here.
I don't know, buddy.
You got to be grandpa, man.
Here's the deal. And I told Dr. Crane this. I live for today.
Yeah.
And somebody said, you know what? Tomorrow's the devil's word.
That's true.
Today is God's word. So I am grateful for every second of today. And I try to tell people to exude that with gratitude and how you act and talk, man.
Well, we're grateful for you every day.
Thanks.
For sure.
Do I get a raise because of that? No. Don't ask. Figure if I ask them here, put you on the spot. No, you don't.
I'll just say no. Don't worry.
Did you see that? They have one of the greatest. I can't hear. Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I did see that. That's awesome.
We have a shot of him in Die Hard going through the air conditioning ducts to do that. It's good to take a little break.
Now I know what a TV dinner feels like.
Yeah, right?
That's exactly what it is.
Now you have to. It's good to take a little break from Cam Ward and all the talk, everything that goes on. But we'll get back. When are the Seahawks? When's that joint practice?
It's next week.
Thursday?
Yeah, probably, because they play Sunday.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. So they got more than a week.
Okay.
To play. So I think they're probably off today. Today's like a recovery day, and then we'll ease back into it.
Somebody was saying, well, they got that long flight back from San Francisco. You ever been on a charter flight? It's like a flying hotel.
And also, you hit that tailwind, and you just zip on.
You're
back.
good. You're good. I told you that I did one year when I did the travel with the Titans. And remember Jason Babin?
Yeah.
Jason Babin had a great year, 2010. He was sleeping, snoring across from me on the aisle. And the lady came by, the flight attendant had one of those big Dove chocolate bars. She's like, I've only got one Dove chocolate bar left. You want it? I'm like, yes, ma'am. He took it.
Oh, no.
And he took it and didn't say, and I was like, I hope the worst for you.
So that's why you don't like him.
That's why I can't stand him.
Yeah.
He took my Dove bar on a chartered jet. Like, I'm entitled to anything in this world, but he took my damn Dove bar. And she was making a beeline right to me. He said, I'll take that, and grabbed it.
Had 12 sacks. That rat bastard.
He made it all pro that year for the Titans in 2010. But
he was one of those players that did basically nothing in his career except for that year.
Yeah. I think he's with the Eagles for a little bit, and the one year with the Titans. So I went up front to Fisher. And I said, hey, man. And it was the Chiefs game. They lost. They'd come back of 2010 on the way back. And I told Fisher, I said, hey, man, go talk to Babin. And then Fisher's like, who are you?
He said, John, you go sit down.
Right there. But now I'd be like, hey, I'm not going to talk to him. It's a great time to be a National Cat. But no, those charts. And what's funny, too, is because we did one year, we flew with the team, and Corey was on the team, Corey Curtis and all that, and we'd fly. And so they would do this game where they were like dropping dollars, right? And then, so Chris Carr, you remember him, a punt returner, kick returner? So we're taking off, right? And they're like, everybody sit down. He's walking up and down as the plane's going up, Hey man, you want to play? He comes to me, he's like, you got $20. I was like, sure. I
Oh,
give him 20. Do I win? I never knew what I won. But they didn't.
you probably won $1,000.
They never told me anything, man. He's walking up collecting money, and they're doing everything. And I was like, okay, here. They paid no attention to the rules.
Now be careful. We're probably going to get a phone call of like, we don't need to be talking about what's going on in the team playing
Long time ago,
20 years
man.
ago.
Statue. You know, I flew with the Preds at one time, and they were all up front, right? How did that? I remember.
Now they're in the
Now they're in the back. Okay, yeah. So you're lucky. I mean, those things are great to fly with those teams and do that. Just Jason Babin, wherever you are, I hope you got food poisoning.
There was one trip I went on, and I wasn't late. I was sitting in the parking lot finishing my lunch, and somebody called me like, "Hey, where are you? You need to get on the plane." And I'm like, "Got an hour." And I go, "No, I'm good. Trust me, I'm good." And I walk in and like check in. And I go, "Am I running late?" And they're like, "No, Pekka's not here yet. You're fine." I had 45 minutes.
Oh,
at least.
Who called you?
I'll tell you off there.
Okay, get over here. You're late. No, man, I get it. You don't want to be late for those things.
No, I was still early. but if Pekka was getting on the plane ahead of you, you were in trouble.
Oh, I can see
Pekka
that.
was always the last one.
Okay, was that by design or because he was late?
No, I think that's just kind of how it worked out, how it was.
Okay,
with him. So, we have the Cats championship trophy that I'm now being told we are to take with us when we leave. But you can come by and get a picture with it.
Sure,
it's the team trophy that they get to keep.
Okay.
Yeah, come by and see us, and
it's cute, right?
It's
2026
cool.
champions.
Well, I like that. So they have the one that we had at the station the other day. That's kind of like the Stanley Cup that you keep it for a year and it kind of goes around.
Right.
And then each team gets their own smaller version that gets to stay with them forever.
Okay.
So, well,
good luck bringing that back, Chase.
Coming up next, thank you. Coming up next, we have something really cool coming up that's going to be coming to the Gaylord Opryland Hotel, and it's about some bass fishing. The Champions World Bass Tournament. We'll tell you more about that. Coming up next, Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 2 o'clock hour, 102.5 The Game. On this Friday, we're at Cheba Hut in Clarksville, 419 Riverside Drive. You can come by and see the Cats Trophy, also get some great food. We have been feasting here for the last little bit. I'm excited about that. We are the People's Show, right, Joe? We want to tell you about cool things coming to our city, and that is the Champions Tournament, which is from World Bass Enterprises. It is coming to our city on Old Hickory Lake in Hendersonville, October 28th through November 1st. And to talk more about that, we bring in Dalton Smith, who joins us now. Dalton, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are y'all doing today?
We're doing fantastic. This is pretty cool. The Champions World Bass Tournament that is coming to our Hendersonville, our area, with $3.25 million on the line. It's a 4-day event. Why Nashville? And tell us a little bit more about the Champions 2026.
Yeah, why Nashville, man? It's just a great city, right? It seems like everybody is wanting to go to Nashville just for all the opportunities you have there to do things with the family and friends. You know, you got Broadway. So our tournament's on Old Hickory Lake, which is in Hendersonville, correct there. But we're having our expo at the Gaylord Opryland as well. So it's free to the public to attend. It's all 3 days of the competition days, so October 29th through the 31st there. So we're excited to come to Nashville.
So this is, when you talk about bass fishing, I mean, this is like the best of the best competing against each other, right?
Yes, sir. So you have two professional fishing leagues, mainly right now, the Bass Pro Tour and the Bassmaster Elite Series. So we're taking the top 25 AOI out of Angler of the Year points out of both of the leagues, and plus regular season winners. So it'll be the most competitive field that the professional fishing world has really ever seen, and they're competing for the biggest purse, you know, with $1.25 million being first place.
And also, I know Randy Moss, the NFL Hall of Famer, is a big supporter of this and is the official ambassador for the Champions.
Yes, sir. Yes, it's been great working with him and his team over there at Chasing 10. Brian and I got to fish with Randy this spring for a couple weeks, and we got to put him on his first 10-pounder on artificial lures down here in West Texas. So it's been great seeing all of his guests come on the show, Chasing 10 with him, and it's been great working with Randy and his team over there.
We're talking to Dalton Smith on the Champions World Bass Tournament. Dalton, I understand that our good friends over at the scoreboard of the National Palace is it's kind of your home party base for this event.
Yeah, so there over at the Nashville Palace, man, we're going to have our media day there. And so lucky, you know, we've been working closely with them over there throughout this whole event. And it's a great place to be right there in front of where our expo is taking place. So it's perfect area.
Oh, yeah, we love Barrett Hobbs and the gang at Scoreboard at National Palace. Explain to me, Dalton, this Average Joe angler sweepstakes that's happening, because I find this really cool when it says two everyday anglers, regular Joes, will get to fish head-to-head against the world's top 50 at the Champions, this event. How cool is this? And explain more about what's going to go on here.
Yeah, man. So if you head over to our website at worldbassenterprises.com, go to the pay-per-view, you'll be able to see what the Average Joe's is all about and what that means. So we're picking two lucky winners to man or woman, and they're going to get the opportunity to literally experience everything that the professional angler is going to. If you're one of the lucky winners, I mean, last place is $8,000 and your $3,000 credit card. So you're paying $50 to enter into Average Joe's. You're getting to watch all of our live stream, and we have all these amazing giveaways, such as the Average Joe, and they'll get to compete for $1.25 million for first place. And, you know, we hear it all the time, right? There's a lot of amazing anglers out in the country that we never really get to see their talent. So it's going to be really cool to see who gets drawn. And, man, you know, Brian just wants to give back to the fans of the sport and give them an opportunity of a lifetime with this Average Joe's.
I think it's great. Again, the Champions World Bass Tournament, Dalton Smith is with us. This will take place in Hendersonville, Old Hickory Lake in Hendersonville. So, like myself, I mean, I don't know how to fish, but can I enter this? But you want, like, good anglers, right? You don't want my dumb ass out there doing this, do you?
Well, man, it's called the Average Joe's for a reason, right? There's some really good experienced anglers out there that fish on a semi-pro level that are, you know, eligible to qualify. Yes, yes, sir, you're eligible to qualify, right? If you fish 5 tournaments in your lifetime, there's a couple of rules, 18 years or older, stuff like that. It's pretty easy to find there on the website. But man, yeah, that's what we're calling, right? It would be awesome just whoever wins it, whatever experience level they're at, it's gonna be awesome to watch them compete with these pros. So
Dalton, what is it about? I mean, look, it's male, female, black, white, young, old. It doesn't matter, but people love to fish, right? And it brings me. People always talk about fish with my grandpa, fish with my dad, fish with my uncle. I mean, this is so underrated and so beautiful. And this is great that it's coming to our area.
Yeah, man, you're right. I personally, got out here in West Texas, and I get anglers from 10 years old all the way up to 80 that just love. We all love it for the same reason. We're passionate about the outdoors and how bass fishing brings us together. And, the Champions Tournament is going to be a great celebration of the sport of bass fishing, right? The biggest tournament ever in history as far as the field, the payout, and we're coming to Nashville, Tennessee, which, arguably could be one of the hottest cities in the country right now. We're very excited. We've got a lot of events going on that week. We have the WBE Concert 250, who Riley Green is going to be performing live through at the Pinnacle in downtown with Randy Hauser opening. So
nice.
We've got a lot of events. It's basically a 5-day event, and yeah, man, it's exciting.
It's going to be a cool event. I know we're going to be talking more about it as it gets closer. But Dalton, thanks so much for joining us here today, and we look forward to talking closer to October 28th when you guys come to town.
Yeah, man, thank you so much for having us on. Just a reminder for everybody there that the activities at Saunders Ferry Park, where the launch and weigh-ins taking place, is free for the public to attend, and also the expo. So come see what our vendors have for sale. It's the All Outdoors Expo, so we're going to have all the endemic people there, hunting, fishing, camping, you name it. It's going to be there, so come check out everything that they have to offer there at the expo. I really appreciate y'all having us on, and I can't wait to talk to you again.
No doubt about it. Dalton Smith from World Bass Enterprise, the Champions World Bass Tournament, again coming to Old Hickory Lake October 28th through November 1st in Hendersonville. Hey, your name's Joe, and you're an average Joe. I think you should enter.
If it was the below average Joe Angler Sweepstakes, I would do it. But look, I told you how much we love scoreboard, and that's the base for that's the Party Central scoreboard in Nashville Palace that weekend. How much fun is that going to be, man? I'm looking forward to that.
That'll be a party.
Heck yeah, it will.
That is for sure.
And our good buddy Barrett Hobbs over there. So good job, Barrett. I talked to him today about all this. He's fired up for all this. His son's a fantastic bass fisherman, and so this is a big deal.
I feel like you'd get excited on like a half-pound bass, and then somebody pulls out a 10-pound bass.
I'd be furious. I want to catch a 30-pound bass, and I don't know, but my luck, I'd get the hook stuck in my thumb, and I would have to go get a tetanus shot. That's why these guys are and girls are professionals, so they know what they're doing. This will be fun. Again, another event coming to our area with the growth and how great things are happening around Middle Tennessee, and this is another example of that.
Yeah, it's really cool, and Randy Moss being involved, and I believe we're going to be talking to Randy as we get a little closer to it. So
if we talk to Randy Moss, there's not a doubt in my mind the Ed Werder in you comes out.
Hey, Randy.
Hey, Randy. This is Chase. And I'll be like remember that time when you caught a touchdown from Tom Brady? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Like
I thought you'd bring up another story.
Like Chris Farley in his skit used to do, like the one Paul McCartney. Remember when you were with the Beatles? Oh, that ought to be fun, man.
It doesn't matter in his Hall of Fame career, but I think one thing I would bring up is, why do you think it didn't work here? I mean, we were so excited when they got in.
I was told why it didn't work here, and I was told not to ever share this story.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, all right.
But I was told, what was funny, when Randy Moss was here, the entire Titans PR staff was scared to death of him. Because we all gathered in his locker one day, and a Titans PR staff member was like, hey, he's not talking to him. Randy's like, I'll talk. And this guy's still over there, still works there, and he was just like, Randy's like, I'll talk. We're gonna talk about it. Let's all talk. And Randy talked, for a little bit. It was great, right? And I've
always heard he's
petrified.
He's super nice.
He's amazing, man. He was what he did at Minnesota, 98 to what, 03, 04. Then went to the Raiders.
Went to the Raiders. That didn't really work. Then goes to the Patriots, and he and Brady are
comes
amazing.
here. You know, he was on the San Francisco Super Bowl team that made it in 2012.
Yeah, he went back to Minnesota, and then here.
Yeah.
Because he started the year with New England. They traded him to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota cut him. Titans picked him up on waivers. And then I think he took a year off, then San Francisco.
Okay, give me 30. I'll tell you a quick fun story.
Yeah.
The day that waiver wire hit, we were in the Titans locker room, and we said, hey, what about Randy Moss coming here? And Steven Tulloch's like, man, we don't need him. We're good. I like what we got here. I said, okay. So 6 o'clock news, I run that soundbite. Steven, and they pick up Randy Moss, right? And then I was like, hey, here's what the Titans player said before Randy Moss. So he calls me. He's like, I got a bone to pick with you. And I said, yeah, what's up, man? He's like, you ran that soundbite and you made me look bad at it. And I said, Steven, what's wrong here? He's like, yeah, you said. I said, I explained. This is before Randy Moss. I think it's a great soundbite. You love your teammates. You said, we don't need him. I like what we got here. He's like, well, I guess you're right. I'm still mad at you. I said, I'll be over there tomorrow if you want to talk more. Never said another word to me.
Yeah.
But when you pick up the phone to call a sports anchor over that, get out of here.
Well,
made me
some
laugh.
will do that.
Made me laugh. But yeah, the time here with Randy Moss was just weird.
Yeah. We'll get back into the Titans and the preseason game last night. Cam Ward, a lot of discussion today on him. What is your concern level specifically with Cam Ward right now? We'll discuss coming up next. Chase and Big Joe live at Cheba Hut in Clarksville, 102.5 The Game.
Hey, Robert, I know you guys as coaches really value your time in preseason action and with joint practice, kind of seeing things about your team that you aren't able to when it's just the team itself facing itself. Maybe what were some of the bigger picture takeaways that you learned about your team from the whole trip to San Francisco? And are there any certain things you're emphasizing to your team that you want to see them improve on this week with another team coming to town?
Yeah, I said it earlier. I really think the violence at which we played, especially on the offensive side of the ball on Tuesday, in the run game and in the protection system along the offensive line, was outstanding, and I think it carried over into the game yesterday. I thought our run game showed what you saw in the run game yesterday was really a continuation of what happened on Tuesday, and that's exciting. And it'll be exciting to see if we can do that again against the world champs, and arguably the best defense in all of football. And then from a defensive standpoint, same thing. I thought we did a really nice job in the run game on Tuesday, held our own against a really, really good offense. And I felt like that continued on into Saturday, into the game yesterday. We all in both phases need to get better in the pass game, whether it's one-on-one man coverage, understanding our zone, the details of our zone coverage, which showed on Tuesday. And then offensively, obviously, the timing and the trust and winning your one-on-ones and getting the ball to where we need to get it. So there's always going to be things to work. Like I said, this was a very productive week. And I learned that, and one thing I did learn, that one thing that we will take away is that I do think we have a team that won't back down, a tough-minded team and a team that.
It was Robert Saleh earlier today talking about his team. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 the game. You look at the run game last night, I mean, that part actually was good. With Chestnut leading the way, 5 carries, 47 yards. Spears had 4 carries for 35 yards. Granted, he had a 25-yarder that he busted through. I thought Nick Singleton, even though he was 8 of 31, he showed some pop at times. I'd like to see more of him in the preseason, but there was definitely some bursts there. And then Pollard 4 for 22, including a 12-yard run and a touchdown. The run game overall, I thought, was not bad.
It did. And they moved the pile, right? You move the pile, you get positive yards. I don't care if it's first, second, third team in there. You move it down there. But what running back was in there when Levis got sacked who can't pass block? You're not going to play it down. Was it Nick Singleton that was in there, I think?
It might have been Michael Carter.
I don't remember.
Nick Singleton got blown up in the pass pro.
Okay,
that was on the left side.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. You ain't playing it down in my offense. You can't pick up a linebacker coming in. Not only that, but the linebacker to put you on your bottom, and then he goes and sacks the quarterback. I mean, I'm great. That's great. You were fine at Penn State. That's fine. But that those days are over.
Yeah.
You're in the NFL now. You got to pick up, or you're not going to play football. And I think Robert Saleh, Chase, one of his great things is accountability. He talked about you're going to have to play. You're going to have to, when you not only play, you're going to perform at a high level. I don't think Brian Callahan knows what a high level was. I think Robert Saleh knows exactly what it is. That's why we're so happy to have him as coach of the Titans, because he's a hard ass, right? He knows what you got to do. And so, but he's not going to throw you under the bus. Now, he might in a film room, that's fine.
He's going to coach you.
He's going to coach you, right?
Yeah.
He's going to coach you and make you know what's going on. And again, I know it's one preseason game and their guys make big plays last night and you won the game. That's the goal. No matter what it is, you won the game. But there are questions about your quarterback, and that's okay right now. It's a healthy debate about what is going on with Cam Ward. It's not an argument. It's a debate. Correct. And that's why I like it.
Piece of news out of the NFL that I want to pass along. The NFL has reportedly suspended former Vol James Pierce for 8 regular season games for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. He was arrested in February after a domestic dispute involving his ex-girlfriend. He had 10.5 sacks last year as a rookie, 10 tackles for loss. So from a football standpoint, that's a pretty tough loss for Atlanta. But I would say, if all this, that he's alleged in doing is true, then 8 games is what you get. So suspended 8 games, according to Adam Schefter and others.
Hey, don't be a jackass off the field.
Yep.
Pretty simple.
Yep.
I mean, pretty simple. And so I'm glad the NFL stood up for that. And but that hurts the Falcons. But again, don't be an idiot.
I don't know how much you buy into PFF grades, but I find them to be a little interesting. John Glennon has posted the PFF grades for Titans offensive linemen. Moore got a 67.2 in pass pro, a 70.1 in run block. Skoronski, 62.7, 65.2. Schlottman, 50.9 in pass pro, 65.6 in run block. Carmona, the rookie, 83.9 in pass pro, 76.7 in run block. Pretty good for him.
Heck yeah, it is.
J.C. Latham, 80.4 in pass pro, 86.6 in run protection.
80% is where you want to be, above that. Great.
Volson was a 58.6, gave up a sack, 74.8 in run pro. Slater, 65.7 in pass pro with a sack, 61 in run. And Deckless, a 19 in pass pro, 2 sacks, 64.3 in run block.
I wonder which Greyhound bus he's on right now. Salah's like, you get out of here. Look, if you hit on a right guard rookie from Arkansas can do that at that level,
if he's your starting guard,
if him and JC Latham and him, they could have some nice little combo on that right side. You get a solid center in there. We know what Skoronski can do. Dan Moore plays average. You got some things going on, man. Again, you don't have to hold the block for 4 seconds in the National Football League. Just get in front of your guy, move him a little bit, and your running backs will make the difference. That's it. Now, pass pro, you need to sit there and block your guy and not give up sacks and give Cam time to throw inaccurate passes. Then you got all day with this.
I will say, if this hits, I hear Floyd's voice going, Jared asked him one time of, hey, you're going to try and get a guard. And he kind of looked at him like, I'll get that later. I'll get that in the 5th round. Like,
where did Carmona, what round was he in?
I think he was 5th or 6th.
Perfect.
Something like that.
Perfect, man. That's what you want.
So that's encouraging, at least, to see some other grades. John likes posting these, and we appreciate that. Cam Ward in a clean pocket. He was 4 of 9, 53 yards, 63.7 quarterback rating. It's not
ouch.
great.
In a clean pocket?
Under pressure, 1 of 3, 4 yards, 42.9. Ward had the team's lowest overall PFF grade of a 26.2 and lowest grade in the passing game, 27.2.
A lot of work to be done. I'm sure Brian Dable and Salah like, all right, we got a lot of work here, Bubba. I'll put it on tape. Let's see what we can do.
The Titans' top defensive PFF grade was Oladejo, 88.7 overall, 79.8 versus the run, 66 in pass rush, which John says I don't understand the math there either. Lowest PFF defensive grade was Cardell Flott, a 32, 49 against the run, 33.5 in coverage. Allowed 6 completions on 6 targets for 74 yards.
Is that bad?
It's not good. Let's talk about the secondary. Secondary did, and look, a lot of new pieces. Okay, I'm not going to freak out yet, but they did not look very good last night.
No, again, you cover a receiver, you cover a receiver. I don't care if it's your first string or the 5th string that's going out there getting it done. Yeah, I got to see, but that's not good. That's a corner you paid a lot of money to. But again, was he motivated last night? I know it's preseason, and that's it, man. Be motivated. Be ready to go. You got a big contract. Now live up to the contract. I know it's preseason. I know we're focusing on the Jets and get it done. But some of these things, there's a lot of good teaching things that Robert Saleh can sit down and say, hey, do better, do better, do better, do better, which is really good.
Yeah, I would agree. We'll come back with more on the Titans. If you want to weigh in, you can call or text at 615-737-1025. You can also weigh in on the YouTube chat at 1025 The Game. We'll get to some of those coming up next. Chase and Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Friday. We're live at Cheba Hut in Clarksville, 419 Riverside Drive. Come by. It's their grand opening. They've had a blast today. Scott Atkins is with us, the owner here at Cheba Hut. Thanks so much for having us, Scott. This has been a blast.
Thanks, guys, coming out. It's been a great day for you guys to come out, do a little broadcasting, and show off our little restaurant here in Clarksville.
So, did you do any kind of soft opening, or is
This
today
is our official grand opening. We had a little soft opening before this, but this is the grand opening today. We're open to the public. We want them to just come on in here and have a good time.
Well, if you've been to the one in Donaldson, you already know what you're going to get. It's fantastic. We've been eating and chowing down here, but you got a perfect location right here in Clarksville, right off the main drag here on Riverside Drive by the river. I mean, you can't miss it. It's perfect.
Sure can't miss it. A great spot, great location. City here and the community has been great. Welcome them to this in with open arms. Was glad to have us, and just a great little spot. We're excited to be here.
Scott, I got a problem with your Donaldson location.
Oh no,
always crowded.
It's always crowded.
And I got to wait, which is fine because then I get the French dip. I get the AK-47, which is fantastic. But I mean, I think Cheba Hut is exceed. I thought you thought it would do well, but it's really doing well. It's packed. It's crowded. Donaldson location. We had a packed house here today. Is this what you envisioned?
This is what I envision. Is to have a great spot where the community can come. It's for everybody. Everybody can come in here and feel welcomed and get a great sandwich. And we don't do fried foods here. So if you'll notice, everything we have is cut fresh.
Yep.
It's all cut fresh. It comes in. We have a very small freezer just for small stuff. But everything else, our huge big cooler, everything's fresh. And that's what we want to promote. Fresh. Our bread's fresh. Everything's fresh.
Yeah, I mean, I go to the Donaldson location, not as much as Derek Mason does, but I go there like 3 times a week. I mean, I get the French dip every time. It's so
amazing.
Good, right?
It's amazing. It's so what we love about Cheba Hut, the consistency over the franchise. We try to keep it consistent. So when you walk in this one, or you walk in the one in Donaldson, or you walk in the one in Little Rock, Arkansas, they should all taste the same.
Is that yours too?
No, sir. That one's not. But we do have this is store 101, 101st, which is kind of funny because we got the 101st Airborne up here. So it all worked out perfectly. And, with going with our 420 theme, we got as close as we could with the address. We got 419. We're trying to stay with that 420 theme. We couldn't get no closer. We'd be in the river.
Oh, you're a lot smarter than you look there, Scott, with all this. I know. I really community, like I said, the one in Donaldson, I see the same people, and I go in there all the time. They go there and eat, and they love the food. And community here, is that a big part of what you want to get? That's
a big part. We want to see a lot of locals. At our Donaldson store, we'll have probably anywhere from 10 to 20 people sitting at the bar at some point of the day that are locals that come there every single day. They may not eat every day, but they're going to get a beer, and they're going to get a munchie, some pretzel nugs. They're going to get something, and if you hadn't had our pretzel nugs yet, you got to try those. They're so unbelievable.
Maybe on the way out the door. I like the fact that you're from here.
Yes, I'm from Jolton originally. I lived there all my life.
So this is more than just a franchise popping. I mean, this is your community too.
Yes, sir. This feels like, I feel like I'm bringing something home.
Right.
And that's what when I got this franchise, I had told the people that we got it from in Colorado, we told them to say, hey, this is my home. I want to bring something here because I think it's that neat that I want to bring it home. And so we drug this all the way from Colorado just to get it here.
Love it.
I will say, Derek Mason, the former Titans receiver that does our afternoon show, a lot of times he'll order a sandwich that will get to the station before he will, and we'll have it waiting for him. He absolutely loves it.
That's amazing. I'm so glad. Derek Mason, iconic Nashville. I mean, to Nashville, he's a hero in Nashville. Sports heroes. That's great. I'm glad he loves our sandwich.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's a testament. He's a good dude, good sandwich. They fit together.
Exactly. Scott, thanks again for having us today, and I wanted to have you on for a few minutes to kind of talk about it. But again, you're open to the public. Come by. What are the hours?
Today, during the week, it is 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. On weekends, Friday and Saturday, it's from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And then on Sundays, it's 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
And you got a little bar over there with how many
full
beers
bar,
on
20
tap?
taps. 20 beer taps.
That's speaking my language.
I promise you it's the coldest beer in Clarksville.
Okay. We like that.
I promise you it's the coldest beer in Clarksville.
Scott, appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Scott.
Scott Atkins here at Cheba Hut. Come by and see him here on the grand opening. A few others have commented on the Titans. Here, going back to the Nick Singleton play, 1592 says, do you really expect a smaller running back to be able to go one-on-one with a linebacker? I mean, I expect Singleton to do more and be able to at least not get thrown around, but I usually expect a linebacker to dominate one-on-one with a running back.
Well, that's a great mindset. So we shouldn't play Nick Singleton at all. Make the block.
Right.
They do blocking drills in practice. Make the block. Don't get put on your ass like he did. That was embarrassing. I would not play him again until I see him be able to pick up a blitz off the side.
If you're going to the running back
every time.
Because, I mean, part of the deal of playing that, it's just like a receiver. You have to block on run plays. You know, now there's some guys that can get away with not wanting to do it because they're that good, but like, you know, how many times have we heard Chris Sanders talk about that? Of like, if you want to play receiver, you got to block on a run play. Same goes for a running back on a pass play. You got to block.
His job is to protect the quarterback.
Right.
He did not do that. I don't know how much he didn't do it at Penn State. It's embarrassing. That was embarrassing. You should be embarrassed what happened last night.
Yep. And I'm sure he's going to get coached up on that. I mean, that to me is, you know, how many coaches have you heard say, if you can't block, you don't play?
I've seen coaches put guys on the bench for a long time for not doing that.
I mean, so I again, and you're entitled to your opinion, but Dustin in Hopkinsville says, I've been known to be scrappy with the bigger guys, not overtake them, but give them a damn good time.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Dustin. Never
Right.
change. By the way, Steven, thank you for texting in. Offered us donuts earlier. We're good today because we're here at Cheba Hut, but appreciate the offer.
Yeah, thank you.
Meant to respond to that earlier.
Very kind.
Yeah, thank you for that.
One thing that Chase and I will not do, and Dr. Crane, we will not turn down food.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Dr. Crane's learned that by being with us.
Yep.
If it's
Gained
free,
5 pounds.
Yeah, that's right. If it's free, it's for me, and I'll take 3.
It's a solid 5, though, there, Dr. Crane. Dr.
Thank
Crane,
you.
also, you went down today and talked to the PBR guys, right?
I did.
How was that?
Fantastic. The Bulls were out ready to go, and talked to Dalen Swearinger again. And, he, obviously he's not riding. He's still recovering from his injury. But, yeah, it seems like everybody's just ready to rock and roll. I mean, that's the weird thing about PBR, especially in bull riding, is you're just kind of sitting around until it's your time to go. Which, for me, if I'm a bull rider, which I'm not, I would be going first, like immediately, just to get it out of the way.
Sounds like me when I was single.
Good Lord. Oh, man. Dr. Crane, explain the 3-day. Did they accumulate scores over 3 days, or is it individual each day?
Individual each day. So there will be 10 teams, 5 games. Each game has its own accumulated score.
So it's like your soccer tournament.
Yeah, in a roundabout way. I mean, it's a 3-day event. So, you have 3 games you play in a weekend, and it goes to the standings points. So, like for Nashville, they're 7-1. They've gone through 4 weeks so far, going into week 5, or this is week 4, of the PBR teams event, and they play their championship in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Dr. Crane, be honest with me. Did you go and want to pet one of the bulls?
Actually, they did offer. I mean, I could have. I just, there were some other news outlets there, and I just didn't feel like doing it.
We don't care about them.
No, we don't care about them at all.
Well, it was actually just one other one. It was just me and another one. So, I mean,
Okay. So you got PBR tonight, and then you got Miami's coming to town, right, for soccer, right?
Yeah, and there was some news earlier today that Inter Miami's Lionel Messi was at training today. So I guess he traveled all the way from Argentina back to play this game specifically tomorrow. And
so he is going to play.
It seems like it. If he's at training and he's with the team, it seems like he'll be playing tomorrow. He knows the magnitude of this game. If Inter Miami loses, it really separates the gap from the top.
Could this likely be his last game here, or do you think he plays next year?
No, he'll play next year. I mean, there's no way that they didn't invest in this past transfer window, getting Casemiro, one of the more legendary, I would say, center defensive mids in all of European soccer from Real Madrid. There's a reason why they brought him in along with Rodrigo de Paul, who's another, Argentinian midfielder. They're acquiring younger talent to do the dirty work, like what Argentina did. They got all the dirty work done, and they just let Messi, pick and choose his spots on the field.
Gotcha. Well, it should be a fun one tomorrow for sure. Speaking of fun, Joe is very excited And I got to get back on the winning track. It's been a rough week for me.
0 for 4. Lift
I
them
am
up.
0 for 4. It is time for What Day Is It? And celebrity birthdays. We'll do that next from Cheba Hut here in Clarksville, 102.5 The Game. Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday, live at Cheba Hut in Clarksville, 419 Riverside Drive. It is their grand opening, so come by and see them today. A piece of Titans news that we wanted to pass along. Defensive back Nazee Johnson, who I believe they signed from the Chiefs earlier this offseason, has been suspended for the club's first 6 regular season games without pay for violating the NFL's performance-enhancing substances policy. That suspension will kick in on August 30th, and he'll be eligible for reinstatement on Monday, October 19th. So 6 games for Johnson, the DB that they brought in.
Next man up.
That's 9 noon, weekdays on 102.5. But yes, I agree with you on that. With that, let's get to what day is it? Celebrity birthdays.
All right, first on the docket today as we check, it is Color Book Day today. So if you like drawing in a coloring book, there you go. Next to us, we have National Creamsicle Day. Everybody loves a good creamsicle. National Financial Awareness Day, not advisors, Awareness Day. National Navajo Code Talkers Day is today. National Tattoo Removal Day. National Wiffle Ball Day. So shout out to all the wiffle ballers. And last on the list, National Social Security Day.
Nice. You said Financial Awareness Day?
Yes.
I'm very aware that I have no finances. All right, let's go. Celebrity birthdays. Here we go. I'm fired up for today. Dr. Crane, you go first. How old is former Florida football coach Galen Hall?
78.
83.
86. Chase, how old is Rusty Wallace?
Rusty Wallace. Is he older than Dale or younger than Dale? I'm going to say he's 71.
67.
70. Chase on the board, 1-0. Dr. Crane, Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. Oh, boy. Let's go 68.
Irvin, 65.
67. We're tied at 1. Chaser Mark Gubiza, former Major League pitcher for the Royals and other teams.
60.
63.
64. Dr. Crane's up 2-1. Dr. Crane, Ed O'Bannon. Loved by so many.
Ed O'Bannon is 69.
Nice. But no. I'm going to say he is 39.
54. Any the one that sued to get the.
And now that's why it's back, because they're all getting paid for it.
Good.
That's why it went away. So he was hated for a minute. But
Right.
then
There he's at. He's 54. Chase Howard is former Philadelphia Eagles defensive end, combine workout warrior Mike Mamula.
42.
48.
53. Dr. Crane, how old is the one and only Mike Vrabel? Today's his
Vrabel?
birthday. I wonder
Okay.
what she got him.
Oh,
Who?
Exactly.
Mike Vrabel.
Honey, why is this box ticking?
Mike Vrabel today is 50 on the dot.
51.
51 exactly. Chaser's up 3-2. Chase Howard is former Dallas Cowboy cornerback Roy Williams, who didn't he end Tyrone Calico's career?
He had the horse collar.
Yep.
Okay, so that was like 2004. I'm going to say he's 48.
45.
46. We're tied at 3. Dr. Crane, Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow's birthday today.
38.
39.
39 exactly. Chase up 5-3. Chase Kyle Turris, former New Orleans Saint. Father Ryan, assistant football coach. Kyle Turris.
Not the former Predator, Kyle Turris?
No. Not at all.
57.
49.
37. Maybe it is a former Predator, Kyle Turris.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Yeah, because this guy's 37. Another Kyle
Are you thinking of
Turris.
Kyle Turley?
Thank you. Yeah. Scratch it. Moving on. Good Friday, man.
I call appeal to the committee for that one.
It's 5-3. All right, here we go. We'll start over. Dr. Crane, you go on this one. How old is Steve Martin? Good God.
Steve Martin is 81.
I actually think that might be right. 82.
81 exactly. We're tied at 5. Chaser, how old is Marcia Gay Harden? The famous actress. Very good actress.
79.
77.
67. How old, Dr. Crane, is Cindy Brady, Susan Olsen?
80.
68.
65. We're tied at 5. We got 3 left. Chaser, how old's Halle Berry? Oscar winner Halle Berry.
Used to be married to David Justice. 56.
53.
60.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Good
60.
Lord.
Dr. Crane, how old is Catherine Bell from Northern
Jag.
Exposure, Jag? And she was with Steve Carell and Bruce Almighty as the anchor when he started flubbing the lips.
67.
60.
58. Chaser takes the lead. 65. Here we go. Chaser, last one. Mila Kunis. Doesn't she do Meg on Family Guy?
Yeah, and she was on that 70s show.
Married to Ashton Kutcher. This is
correct.
it for the win. Chase up 65.
All right, Mila Kunis, 45.
43.
At the buzzer, Nick Frazier. She is exactly 43 years old.
he
Nick
took the
wins
week.
7-6.
He's taking the week.
Chase is doing a Dodgers-like losing streak now,
Oh, my
man.
God.
After the
Holy
deadline,
cow.
man, it just something happened.
Well done, Dr. Crane. That was a tough one too, man.
Thank you.
7-6.
Hey, congratulations. It's because there's a substation by my house, I guess.
Possibility.
Getting hit by the substation.
It's a rough week for the Chaser there. Dr. Crane, wear that proudly.
This run may never happen again, folks. For the listening audience, this is rare.
America's
It is.
favorite segment.
It's good.
That and chicken tenders.
By the way, as we wrap things up, I want to say this on a fun note. Social media is undefeated with the absolute beat down that they have given to Jaden Daniels, and he deserves every bit of it.
Right?
The latest that I just saw is 5 Hour Energy is rebranding to 4 Hour Energy as a tribute to Jaden Daniels.
What an idiot. What an absolute idiot.
Oh, yeah. It's been good. It's been I mean, he has gotten destroyed, and again, deserves every bit of it.
Amen.
That is going to do it for us for this week and here today. Thanks to Cheba Hut in Clarksville for having us.
Absolutely. Listen to our guys out there. The weekend is here. Go do something for yourself. It's not selfish. It's deserving. And listen to me, guys. I know you're struggling. I know some days are real rough, but listen to this. You have been criticizing yourself for years. You know what? Hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself. See what happens. You've been criticizing yourself for years. It doesn't work. I did the same thing. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. Ask God for opportunities. Go to therapy, unitycares.com. Need you in therapy. You know how you're going to shut me up? Go to therapy. You are powerful. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. We love you guys so much. Reach out if you need to talk. And remember this, more important, more than anything else in the world, know how much God truly loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. DVD coming your way next on 102.5 The Game.